Canute, the 4th Division commander of the Heavenly Dragon Pirates, stood in utter disbelief. His Zoan-type Blue Shark ability and maxed-out defense had been shattered by Zhang Yi's single void attack. He roared at Phoenix Inujin, accusing him of lying about Zhang Yi's strength. The attack had silently erased almost everything where Canute had been standing, reducing the hundreds of pirates behind him, including Chinsiyu, the drawing a circle as a prison ability user, to ashes. Of the thousands of celestial dragon pirates, only 300 or 400 remained. Canute had directly blocked the void attack, resulting in his severe injury, while the surviving henchmen were terrified and at a loss. The Tengu squad members were equally stunned, unable to fathom the power of that attack. Yi muttered that this was true captain-level strength, noting that even Deng Shintong lacked such a terrifying large-scale AoE attack. The standard for captain level was an ability index of 9,000 points or higher. Phoenix Inujin, Jinguji Saikairo, and the other Eclipse Moon members widened their eyes, realizing the informant's information was wrong. This was not vice-captain level combat power with an index of only 8,200 points. In Blizzard City, Zhu Zhang's expression shifted from astonishment to a smile. He sat down, crossing his hands, remarking that Zhang Yi had hidden his strength well. The command center now felt confident that Zhang Yi could hold out until the reincarnation squad arrived. Zhu Zhang contacted Gao Changkong, urging him to rush to Tianhai City, saying victory was assured if he arrived in time. Gao Changkong laughed, quoting Bailey's saying about a farmer saving grain for famine, noting Zhang had caught a big fish. Wu Di suddenly exclaimed that the barrier was gone. Zhang Yi calmly replied that the real battle had only just begun. He had never considered the celestial dragon pirates truly dangerous. The only pressure came from the figures on the hilltop Eclipse Moon. Yi, Xuemiao, and Luinghao couldn't hide their hostility, remembering how Eclipse Moon had destroyed the celestial team and forced Deng Shintong to self-destruct. Zhang Yi raised his head to stare at the enemy, and both sides knew the key to ending the battle was eliminating each other. Bailey Changqing relayed Zhu Zhang's message that the reincarnation squad would arrive in half an hour, but Zhang Yi neither confirmed nor denied, unsure if Zhu was trustworthy. He decided to trust himself, assigning Bailey to handle tactical deployment while he took on Phoenix Inujin. Zhang Yi instructed Liang Yu to hold off one of Eclipse Moon's main forces in Huahua to protect Yang Xinshin, prioritizing their survival. Liang Yu gripped her dragon's roar, feeling a connection with Tsukamoto Nobunaga on the hilltop, declaring she had found her opponent. Huahua completed its gigantic transformation, hiding Yang Xinshin in its steel-like fur. Meanwhile, Phoenix Inujin, feeling the situation out of control, decided to kill their captain first with Jinguji Saikairo, who unusually agreed, knowing Phoenix Inujin only asked for help when truly insecure. Taking advantage of the blizzard chaos created by Zhuge Qingting and Fatty Su, Zhang Yi broke through the barrier, and the real melee began. Bailey Changqing methodically assigned tasks, ordering Qi Guangming, Yi Jikong, Meng Xiu, Xuemiao, and Luinghao to clear out the pirate crew while the rest dealt with Eclipse Moon's Ronin. Canute's strength was vice-captain level, but his arrogance in blocking Zhang Yi's void attack had seriously injured him, reducing the pressure on the Tengu squad. Bailey decided to concentrate superior forces to annihilate Eclipse Moon first. The weaker members charged forward before the Sky Dragon Pirates' henchmen could recover. On Eclipse Moon's side, Daikoku Kainobu could no longer contain his bloodthirsty impulse. He ripped off his shirt and leaped down from the mountaintop, gripping his massive dragonfly cutter. A brown aura surged, whipping his long hair high, transforming him into a terrifying beast with ferocious fangs. His eyes fixed on Zhang Yi, he challenged the strongest one to a fight. Everyone recognized Daikoku Kainobu, who had displayed astonishing strength in both battles, with an ability index of 7,200 points. Before Zhang Yi could speak, Bailey Changqing stepped forward, offering to fight the Ronin. Daikoku sensed a kindred spirit in Bailey, both superhumans pursuing ultimate power. He charged like a hurricane, slashing down with his dragonfly cutter. In a blink, Bailey raised his halberd, and a sharp clang rang out. The ground beneath them shattered, creating a massive crater within a 50-meter radius. Bailey blocked the attack, coldly mocking Daikoku's strength, and with a flick of his wrist, sent the dragonfly cutter flying. Daikoku staggered back 3 steps, his face showing wild joy at finding a rival. Wu Di crossed his arms, confident in Bailey, noting his title of Iron Fist and that he had never lost in arm strength, even against captain-level opponents. Both were pure strength-type enhancement superhumans, destined for a brutal battle. Daikoku leaped into the distance, turning back with a fierce glare, a challenge. Bailey frowned and glanced back at Zhang Yi, unwilling to leave his position without orders. Zhang Yi nodded, approving the duel. Bailey charged forward like a tiger. Seeing this, Tsukamoto Nobunaga decided to choose his own opponent. Dressed in a blue kimono, he landed before Zhang Yi and the others, his eyes never leaving Liang Yu. Top martial artists possess a strong telepathic connection. This wasn't their first meeting. Last time in Jiangning City, Liang Yu was no match for Nobunaga, but now the situation was different. Nobunaga's gaze was sharp as a renowned sword, and even his blades trembled slightly. Liang Yu told Zhang Yi she was going, and he whispered, "Win at all costs." She paused, understanding his meaning, and slowly nodded. She and Nobunaga moved with lightning speed, disappearing from the battlefield to find a quiet place to duel like warriors. But the others didn't share their samurai spirit. Both Zhang Yi and Phoenix Inujin had only one thought: to kill their opponent at all costs, with the fastest speed and least loss. Zhang Yi ordered everyone to scatter. As they carried out the order, the gravity of the area suddenly increased tenfold, causing some to pause in mid-air. Zhang Yi had warned his team beforehand not to huddle together, so the effect was short-lived. However, this brief moment gave Eclipse Moon an opportunity to attack. Jinguji Saikairo and Phoenix Inujin joined forces to carry out a decapitation strike against Zhang Yi. Kurosawa Akigabu, a heavy artilleryman of Eclipse Moon, lifted his trench coat, revealing a thick, black hand cannon. He began bombarding Zhang Yi and the others, condensing a massive beam of light aimed at Zhang Yi. However, the attack was like a stone thrown into the sea, directly absorbed into the alternate dimension. Jinguji's hands formed hand seals at an imperceptible speed, producing dozens of paper figures. As smoke rose, he summoned over a dozen enormous shikigami. Besides the 5 core shikigami, the rest were created specifically to counter Zhang Yi's self-destructing demonic hounds. The information that his alternate dimension had a limit was recorded in Zhang Yi's personal file by the Jiangnan Regional Headquarters, sourced from a battle 6 months prior at Shishan Base. Zhang Yi's first energy overload stemmed from the explosion of 500 kilograms of TNT, exposing the weakness that his energy absorption capacity was not unlimited. This secret was revealed to Eclipse Moon by the mole within Blizzard City. However, the mole was unaware that Zhang Yi's strength had reached captain level, and the energy limit of his alternate dimension was far greater than before. Jinguji activated his shikigami, and a pack of self-destructing demonic hounds led the charge. His goal was simple: once Zhang Yi's dimensional gate was broken, his combat power would decrease by more than 70%, allowing them to easily kill him. Zhang Yi knew the opponent's intentions, but Jinguji was using an open strategy. If Zhang Yi didn't use the dimensional gate to block it, he couldn't resist the self-destruction of these shikigami with his own power. Even if he could escape, those around him would be killed. Zhang Yi dismissed everyone around him, ordering Huahua to get away, and unhesitatingly opened the dimensional gate to absorb the self-destructing demonic hound, letting it explode within his other dimensional space. Jinguji's face revealed a joyful smile, as he still had many of these shikigami. But he noticed the corners of Zhang Yi's mouth slowly turning up. Zhang Yi opened his palm towards the Eclipse Moon's otherworldly beings, stating that their intelligence wasn't entirely complete. He could deflect all physical attacks, and explosive energy was also a form of physical attack. A dimensional gate opened in his palm, and the energy from all the absorbed self-destructing demonic hounds found an outlet, transforming into a massive beam of energy that pierced through the mountain. The beam turned the entire battlefield white, its power almost equal to Zhang Yi's condensed void. The Eclipse Moon members were terrified, knowing they would surely die if hit head-on. At the critical moment, Phoenix Inujin stepped in front of the energy beam. The phoenix blood within him burned wildly, and a massive 3-headed phantom appeared behind him. He spread his arms, using his bare body to block the attack. A massive energy wave exploded on the mountaintop, but Phoenix Inujin withstood it all. His body nearly disintegrated, his clothes burned away, revealing his skeleton and internal organs. Then, thanks to the phoenix's immortality, his body quickly returned to normal. However, his expression was terrifyingly grim. Zhang Yi had returned the power of Jinguji's self-destructing demonic hounds, indicating a huge misjudgment of his abilities. They initially thought Zhang Yi's alternate dimension was like a water tank that would eventually burst, but it was like a spring. Unless an excessive amount of power was injected at once, he could completely rebound energy within its absorption range. Phoenix Inujin, now naked, looked at Zhang Yi with annoyance. Jinguji couldn't help but cover his forehead, wondering if this was the legendary superhuman with the strongest defense. No matter the type of superhuman ability, developing it to its fullest potential will unleash tremendous power. Zhang Yi's focus wasn't on offense, but on defense, especially after witnessing the deaths of many powerful superhumans. He believed that only by wrapping himself tightly in his blanket, taking each step with carefree abandon, could he survive in this treacherous apocalypse. Phoenix Inujin declared that only he could handle Zhang Yi, ordering the others to deal with the rest. He glanced at Fortaminoba Satoru and Takeuchi Mayumi, telling Fortaminoba to protect Mayumi. Fortaminoba nodded, vowing to protect her even if it killed him. Behind him stood 10 people cloaked in black, each tall and silent, exuding a sinister and powerful aura. Phoenix Inujin turned to look at Zhang Yi, then leaped towards him. Blood-red markings coursed across his skin, and 10 drops of bright red blood flicked from his fingertips, shooting towards Zhang Yi. The 10 blood beads were perfectly round, each with strange, shifting patterns. While still in midair, they suddenly transformed into 10 fire crows, an attack called Subduing Demonic Flames. Seeing Phoenix Inujin personally take action, Zhang Yi's gaze became extremely serious. He had learned some of Phoenix Inujin's abilities from the information Deng Shintong had sent back before his death, but it wasn't comprehensive. Similarly, Phoenix Inujin didn't have a complete understanding of Zhang Yi's abilities either. If the two were to fight to the death, the outcome would be difficult to predict. Being on the battlefield, Zhang Yi couldn't simply flee, as the others would face indiscriminate slaughter. So, Zhang Yi's chosen course of action was to entangle them. Phoenix Inujin already knew of his spatial power, yet deliberately released the Fire Phoenix attack, indicating the Fire Crows were extraordinary. Zhang Yi didn't choose to use a different dimension to contain them, instead, he directly opened 2 doors, instantly teleporting hundreds of meters away. However, the 10 Fire Phoenixes seemed to possess life, swiftly pursuing him again, as if it were a fight to the death. Zhang Yi's voice boomed across the battlefield, declaring that the reincarnation squad from Linhai City would arrive within 20 minutes, dooming the enemy forces. He intended this as psychological warfare to instill anxiety in the Heavenly Dragon Pirates and Eclipse Moon. Phoenix Inujin coldly retorted that they would kill Zhang Yi even faster, refusing to give him a chance to regroup. Phoenix Inujin charged like a dragon while the 10 fire crows formed a massive cage in the air, sealing off Zhang Yi's escape routes. Zhang Yi drew his white owl pistols and fired at the fire crows, discovering that holy silver bullets could pierce the magical constructs, causing them to vanish. However, 3 fire crows attacked from 3 directions simultaneously, forcing Zhang Yi to activate his interdimensional barrier to absorb them. Once inside his alternate dimension, the fire crows disintegrated into blood-red smoke, but Zhang Yi felt an extremely uncomfortable sensation. His alternate dimension was being eroded like dirty water spreading through clean seawater. This was not an energy attack but a supernatural toxin he could not expel. He realized this was the very power that had killed Deng Shintong, a poisonous flame fueled by supernatural power. Zhang Yi knew he could not take this head-on indefinitely, as continued absorption would eventually close his dimensional gate, leaving him vulnerable to Phoenix's close-range attacks. Zhang Yi flipped his left hand, producing a second white owl pistol, and fired at Phoenix at 20 times speed. Phoenix, unwilling to take the bullet head-on, rolled in midair to dodge. Seizing the opportunity, Zhang Yi pressed a button on his wrist, and his captain-level combat suit, specially crafted by the Deng Group, bulged at the back, revealing 2 powerful propulsion devices. With blue flames shooting backward, he soared into the sky like a rocket. This flight technology had existed for half a century but was abandoned because human movement in the air was too inflexible, making soldiers easy targets. However, it could be revived when the soldier was not afraid of long-range sniping from the air. Zhang Yi, with his ability to sever ties between 2 realms, was the perfect candidate. He had requested the Deng Group add flight functionality to his suit, and it worked perfectly. From the air, Zhang Yi looked down at the battlefield, seeing everything spread out before him. He spotted a very attractive target, Takeuchi Mayumi, hiding behind a low hill. Deng Shintong had transmitted crucial information before his death. Takeuchi Mayumi possessed the ability to see the future, which was why Phoenix Inujin could accurately pinpoint Deng Shintong's location even when deprived of his 5 senses. To kill Phoenix Inujin, Zhang Yi must first kill Takeuchi Mayumi. He drew his personal sniper rifle, Thunderstrike, and declared he would kill the priestess. Phoenix Inujin hesitated, knowing that without Takeuchi Mayumi's blood endowment ability, which allowed him to see enemy movements within 5 seconds, his ability index would plummet from 9300 to 8500, making him vulnerable to any captain-level character.